Hi guys, I have a pretty fun topic for today's video, but before we get started, I do want to mention I do have a coaching page. It's on Fansly. Check it out. It has a bunch of exclusive, never seen before content that I think can help you thrive and get you to the top percent. So let's just go ahead and get right into today's topic. My topic that I chose is top 5 non-negotiables you must do every single day as an OnlyFans creator. These are the things that you have to do. You shouldn't skip them. They're the absolute top priority when it comes to things to do on your to-do list. Running an OnlyFans isn't about being sexy. It's about running a business. Businesses don't grow on motivation. They grow on non-negotiables. These are the 5 things I do every single day, not when I feel like it, but because skipping them cost me money. And I'm going to read off my list here that I made, jotted down a couple of notes. So, number 1, show up on at least one traffic platform daily. If you don't have traffic, you do not have money, period. Now, for me, I show up on every platform because I make sure I pre-schedule. But if I had to choose absolutely one platform to show up on, my highest breadwinner when it comes to translating subscribers is Twitter. So I'm always going to make sure, bare minimum, that I post on Twitter every single day. You cannot rely on yesterday's content, and platforms will forget you very, very fast. Even low effort posts still count. I want to get across here that, your content doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be completely polished. It doesn't have to be, the best of the best. Sorry, I'm using the wrong language. You want to make sure that you show up consistently and have a identity within the platform. Obviously, quality does matter. I'm not going to lie. But on a day where you're running behind, you don't feel like doing anything, posting something is better than posting nothing. 1 post minimum, more is great, but 0 is not allowed. If no one helps me discover today, I don't get paid tomorrow. That is the quote that I live by when telling myself I absolutely need to post at least something daily. All right, the second non-negotiable is to touch your DMs even if you have chatters. DMs are where the money is made and retained. Even if you have chatters, you want to check the tone, the upsells, and the fan sentiment. Make sure all messages feel human and that everything is on point with how you want it to be. Spot the buyers, the whales, and the churn risks. Even if you outsource, make sure you skim conversations, send one-on-one personal voice text replies, and monitor PPV performance. Outsourcing does not mean disconnecting, it means supervising. So this goes for if you're an independent creator, obviously reply to your DMs. Even if you have a chatter though, you should still be looking over your messages, making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do and making sure everything is in line. Sending a voice text here or there, making sure that you're connecting with your actual subscribers, even if you do hire help to run your page. Alrighty, number 3 for non-negotiable, what you must do every day when running an OnlyFans page is post or prep content for your paying page. Fans renew for consistency, not perfection. Now, I will say I make sure that I schedule a month in advance. So if I have, let's say, February is coming up next. In January, I'll make sure I schedule all of February. But if you don't pre-schedule, then you need to make sure you go in and post and schedule for the next day. Daily options include a feed post, a story update, a mass message, a queuing the content for later, or teasing an upcoming drop. It's very important that you don't need a full set daily, but you do need visible activity daily. Subscribers feed off of and crave you posting daily activity. That is what they're subscribed for. They're not subscribed for not having a lack of, or for having a lack of content. Some people subscribe specifically to talk to you. Other people subscribe specifically to see only your posts on the homepage. Most subscribe for both, but you want to make sure that you're hitting every area. So if your page looks inactive, fans assume you've checked out and they'll cancel. Alrighty, and number 4 non-negotiable is checking out your numbers without obsessing. And the without obsessing part is very, very important. You don't need to panic, but you do need awareness. Daily check, you want to check new subs, expiring subs, PPV sales, and conversion dips or spikes. This in itself prevents blind churn, missed momentum, and emotional decision making. You don't need to react to the numbers, but you do need to respond to the patterns. You need to make sure that you're aware of and see the visible outcomes and the statistics that drive your business. Because if something goes awry or something goes off, you don't have to panic. You just readjust. And because you're checking every day or checking every other day, then you know what to adjust and how to tweak here and there. It's not like you're going to check your statistics and then not check them again for another month, because by then, if something drastically changed for the worse, it's already really far gone and harder to recorrect what has gone wrong. So check your stats daily. This doesn't mean you have to obsess over them, but at least check and analyze. Alrighty, and number 5 non-negotiable, do one thing for future you. This is so important. This is what separates creators who burn out from ones who scale. For example, you might want to batch content, write captions, pre-schedule posts, brainstorm hooks, organize your vault. Even 10 minutes count. Today's effort is tomorrow's freedom. That is something I absolutely live by. For me, sometimes my time alone or my time looking into further success involves research, whether that be scrolling on the TikTok feed, watching TikToks. But I do want to say, obviously, when you're scrolling on the feed, this isn't mindlessly scrolling. You're scrolling to enjoy, but you're also scrolling to gather information and see what works that you can put in your future videos. Same thing with Twitter. Sometimes I'll sit down 10 to 20 minutes, just go in the Twitter feed, see what's popping off, and then take those captions, put them in my notes to use for the next day. You want to make sure you analyze and you give yourself that freedom and be able to enjoy content as a content creator with consuming, but also taking notes while you do it. So let's just wrap this up, guys. OnlyFans success is not about doing everything. It's about never skipping the absolute basics. If you want systems instead of chaos, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be doing videos daily like I do. You know I love doing these for you guys. Consistency makes you money long before virality does, and I really want you guys to remember that. I don't have a successful business because I go viral every day or even every week, every month. I have a successful business because I am consistent in what I do and I am resilient, and that is more than 90% of other creators. And if you do the same, you will also beat out 90% of creators. Make sure you follow, subscribe, comment for more videos. I hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, we will see you later. Bye, y'all.